You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about resetting for 2023. Typically, I am the type of person who waits until January 1st to start doing anything to work towards my New Year's resolutions, but this time I want to do something a little bit different. I want to start right now in 2022 to already give myself that momentum into 2023, so I'm not starting from square one, if you know what I mean. So today's video is jam-packed with everything that you need to start prepping for the new year, which is only going to help you reach your goals and your dreams and make 2023 the best year possible. But before we get started, I want to say a huge thank you to Dossier for sponsoring today's video. You guys already know I'm a huge fan, and if you've never heard of Dossier before, they are an online fragrance company that recreates your favorite name brand fragrances, colognes, all of that good stuff, but at a fraction of the cost. When it comes to purchasing fragrances, they can be quite pricey, and that's honestly one of the reasons why I never really was a fragrance girl. But Dossier's fragrances are going to run you about $29 compared to some of these fragrances, which are upwards to over $100, which is mind-blowing. They have so many different fragrances to choose from, so you'll definitely find something that you love while also saving money at the same time. I also have a coupon code for you guys to help you save even more money. So definitely make sure to click the link down in the description bar. I will have my coupon code, everything that you need to save on your order today. And a huge thank you to Dossier for sponsoring today's video. So the first thing I'm going to do to reset for 2023 is I'm going to completely strip my bed, wash all of the sheets, flip the mattress, because there's honestly nothing like starting the new year off with some freshly washed bedding. So here is my clean and neat desk. It has been a mess. Honestly, this is like a dumping ground. I usually put a whole bunch of just like mess and papers and all of that kind of stuff. So it's nice just to get this, you know, corner back in order. So the next area I really want to tackle is in the kitchen. I feel like I have the most stuff to do in the kitchen. I want to deep clean my air fryer. I'm going to try that TikTok hack again. I know the last time I tried it, it was like a little bit of a fail, but so many of you guys gave me some extra like tips and tricks. So I want to do that. Wipe down the stovetop, clean the microwave, and then also I want to clean out my fridge, because like there's definitely things that are in there that are probably on the way out, probably some stuff expired, so that I can then load up the dishwasher and kind of get that running later on tonight. So that is the goal and the plan for in here. So let's get started. So as you guys can see, it's a lot of like grease and grime and look at that mess. Oh my God, so bad. So we definitely need to clear this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm first going to throw all of this out, and then we will use some Dawn dish soap and hot water, and hopefully it works and cleans this time.
And that beat is hypnotizing.
It did clean it for the most part, but I definitely do feel like I still need to like scrub this thing down. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Should we try it again? Let's try it one more time. See, this is the same exact thing that happened to me the last time. You know what? I wonder if we use the Dawn Power Wash, because I swear this stuff is like magic. With this. So I have about 2 loads of laundry that I need to fold. So I figured this is the perfect time for us to sit down, chit chat, talk about the new year, talk about New Year's resolutions, what this time of the year can feel like, look like, all of that kind of stuff. Because I do think that it brings on a lot of mixed feelings. I think that around the holidays, the new year, it can feel stressful and overwhelming but exciting at the same time. Everybody's excited for the new year and what the new year can bring, but at the same time it could be very overwhelming because so many of us focus on, myself included, focus on New Year's resolutions and what we want to change about ourselves or our environment or our habits. And all of that is great, you know what I mean? But the reason I also wanted to make this video is don't wait until the new year to start. It's almost like when you want to change a habit, you wait for Monday to start. Oh, I'm gonna like, you know, maybe like binge eat because it's a random Thursday, and then Monday I'm gonna start fresh and new, and then Monday I'm gonna start this, Monday I'm gonna go to the gym, or you know, whatever it is that you want to change. However, I think that December and, you know, Q4 or the end, like the last 3 months of the year, are also a great time to reflect and start preparing yourself for the new year. This is the time when we should be focusing on changing our habits, changing our mindset, changing, you know, and focusing on what we want our new year to look like so that we can start getting ourselves prepped and ready during these last 3 months, and specifically the last, you know, month of the year, so that when January comes, we're not starting fresh because we've already had that momentum. We've already started to create those healthy habits, that healthy mindset. We've already started, so we're not starting at square one like everybody else is, if that makes sense. The last thing you want to do is continue with these unhealthy habits, and then all of a sudden, like January 1st, we start brand new. Now we're a new person. Just because the year changes, if you do not change, if you do not change your mindset, if you do not change your habits, if you do not like make little steps towards the direction that you want your life to go into, it's just going to be a new year. Same you. Also, I know around this time a lot of people are doing vision boards, and don't get me wrong, I love a good vision board. If you guys have seen or been here for a while, I've made like videos on how to create a vision board. I've thrown vision board parties. Like, I love that visual aspect of what you want your dream life to look like. However, this year I don't plan on making a vision board. This year I don't plan on even really making a New Year's resolution and making a list of all the things that I want to change or work on myself. I saw this video that this girl did, and I absolutely like love it. She said, instead of making a New Year's resolution, because again, that can be very overwhelming. I've talked to you guys about, you know, Atomic Habits, the book, and if you're trying to change so many things all at once, like, I feel as if it's almost like you're almost setting yourself up for failure, because like, you want to eat healthy, you want to go to the gym, you know, you want to read your Bible more, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do this, and it's just like, that is so much change all at once. Like, you know what I'm saying? And no wonder by, you know, February, March, so many people fall off because they're trying to do the most at the same time. Each month, focus on a different goal. It could be whatever. So like maybe, you know, the first month is focusing on your health, calling your doctor, making all those annual doctor's appointments that so many of us forget to do. That is me. So I made a list, and every single month I have a different goal that I want to focus on, whether that's health or finance or, you know, healthy eating, creating good routines. I also want to work on the way I talk to myself. You know what I mean? We can be so hard on ourselves, and the grace and understanding that we give to others, like for some reason we don't give to ourselves. And I know that that's something I struggle with. Like I will look at myself and just like talk negatively to myself, and that is something I want to work on. So like that particular month, that is my goal, is to be mindful of how I speak to myself and how I see myself and the thoughts that I have about myself. And if it gives me one specific goal to work on for that particular month, and then by the time you get to December, you can kind of do a roundup of all of those goals that you've had set. And I don't know if it's like really true or not, like how long it takes to create a habit, but like if you're focusing on only on one thing for 30 days, like I think you have a higher chance of succeeding, and it's less overwhelming for you, or at least for me. I can only really speak for myself. Also, I wanted to talk about how during this time it can be a little bit not depressing, because I don't want to use that word loosely, but it can be very sad or heartbreaking when you have gotten to the end of the year, you're not where you wanted to be, you start reflecting on this current year and thinking of all the things that you wanted to do and that you wanted to change, and it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And that can be a little bit defeating. You know what I mean? Like there are things that I've wanted for this year that have not happened, and it's very sad. And you know what? For all I know, that could have been what caused me to get into a funk for a little bit, because it's like, oh man, like I really wanted that to happen. Like, and it didn't. And then you start counting how many things didn't happen versus how many things did happen. And, you know, it kind of puts you in a bad spot, and that's never a great place to be, especially starting, you know, a new year. So I feel as if like taking the step back of fine tuning what changes actually need to happen to help you be the best you for you. You have to take the time to get to know you. Who are you at your core? Like, who are you? What do you need to do for you to succeed? All of us are different. Every single one of us is different, and different things motivate us. Different things, you know, get us going. But at the end of the day, like, first things first. We all know motivation does not last. Like motivation, it cannot be the driving force to get you to accomplish your goals. I'm going to put that out there right now. It does not matter about motivation, because you're not always going to feel motivated to do it. It's more about discipline, because discipline is going to come into place when you don't feel like doing it. When you are having a bad day. When, you know, you're tired, maybe you didn't get enough sleep, maybe your child was up, whatever the reason is, discipline needs to come into play, because when motivation is not there. And at the end of the day, if you want to succeed and you want to hit your goals, who cares how you feel? Like, who cares how you feel in the moment? Because feelings are going to come and go with the wind. And are you going to show up and put in the work and do the things that you said that you want to do? But the first thing you need to do is get to know and learn yourself. You know what I mean? Because what works for me may not work for you. Like waking up early, that's not everybody's jam. Like not everybody is a morning person. Some people are a night person. So it's kind of like once you learn who you are, then you can create the routines and habits that are going to work for you, if that makes sense. So I know so many of us, I've even caught myself doing this. Like, I watch these videos where people are sharing their, you know, morning routines or nightly routines or what they eat in a day and all this other stuff, and I try and mimic exactly what I see. But that ain't gonna work for me. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I've tried some of the things that, like, I've seen these other girls doing, and it's just like I fall off because that doesn't work for me. But like, I'm learning myself and what is going to work for me when it comes to eating healthier or going to the gym, or what used to work for me like 5 years ago doesn't work for me anymore. As the seasons change with your life, the things that work for you are going to change as well. So if you guys are struggling with a routine or trying to figure out what works for you, I would recommend thinking to yourself, like, if you're not a morning person, like a truly not a morning person, it does not matter what time you go to bed, you are not going to be the one who wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning. If that is not you, then throw the traditional morning routine out the way where people are waking up at 5 o'clock, working out, reading their Bible, or whatever it is. That may just not be for you. So maybe your morning routine consists of you getting up at 8 o'clock, maybe drinking your water, doing whatever. But the things that some people do in the morning, whether it's reading their Bible or taking that time for quiet time, maybe that falls into your night routine. And that's okay. Like, we can't expect we cannot expect the same thing to work for every single person on this earth. And I think sometimes that alone, not learning ourselves and not knowing who we are and what is going to help us succeed, is really what is holding us back. We're trying to do what she does over there and expect it to work over here, and that's just, it's never going to happen. And this is a reality check that I've personally had to have with myself. So that is the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys. But I didn't start to realize that until I slowed down and until I really was intentional about who I am and learning me and what works for me, and not being okay that it may be different than what I see other people doing. If we're all doing the same thing, isn't that boring? Like, hello, that's boring. We're all doing the same thing. That's so boring. So just keep that in mind when it comes to this new year. Is, I think the most important thing to do is to learn you and learn your strengths, learn your weaknesses. And if you want to be a morning person, for example, and I know I keep going back to this, but like, if you want to be a morning person, try it for a certain amount of time. And if you are still struggling and it's still not working for you, change it. It's like, make this time all about experimenting and trying until you figure out and create a routine that is going to work for you and your lifestyle. Success in everything that you want is on the other side of action, because it's not until you start to get up and actually move that you're just like, you know what, this doesn't work, let me pivot and do this. Or, you know what, I don't really like that, let me try this. Or, this works, so let me continue to keep doing it. But you're not going to know unless you get up and start doing. That's the only way to learn, like, is to start doing. Life is about movement. So I mentioned to you guys earlier that I don't plan on doing a vision board this year, which is like the first time in like, I don't know, like 5 or so years that I haven't really made one, because I found, scrolling on TikTok, they were talking about this year compass. So this is actually a free downloadable booklet that you can get off of line. I will have it linked down below for you guys in case you're interested. I haven't started it just yet. I just kind of like breezed through it and just like read some of the questions. It's your very own year compass, to be exact. It's a booklet that helps you reflect on the past year and plan the next one. With a set of carefully selected questions and exercises, Year Compass helps you uncover your patterns and design a great year for yourself. The booklet has 2 distinct parts. The first half will help you review and learn from and celebrate your year you're leaving behind. And the second half is going to be, on the other hand, all about the future. You'll be dreaming, planning, preparing to get the most out of the new year. So basically what they're saying is you just basically need a pen or a pencil. You could also do a digital version as well. A few hours of uninterrupted focus and an open and honest mind. You could do this in a group, they say. I haven't had the chance to have like a couple of hours to myself to really take the time and reflect, but that is definitely what I plan on doing this weekend. I'm really excited to be doing this. So again, I will have this linked down below for you guys in case you're interested, in case you're looking to reflect on this past year and really dream and plan for a successful 2023. But we got all of this laundry folded. I will put this away and then we're gonna tackle some more stuff. I know I need to declutter those white cabinets behind me. I've been putting it off for a while, so we're no longer gonna be doing that in 2023, putting things off. So the next area that I want to tackle are these cabinets. They're not the best, but they're not the worst either. It's just a mess. You could clearly see that everything has been thrown in there. For the most part, it's kind of like put together, but not really. So we'll tackle that and then also tackle this as well. So we got a lot of work to do. So first things first, take everything out, organize, and then put everything back nicely.
The minute that I saw you, I was gone. Ringing from my head into my bones. Baby, got me feeling like a toast. Damn, it's sunny, should've brought less clothes. I got a heavy one last time, taking off my mind. One last night for a last goodbye. I got a heavy one last time, one last night for a last goodbye. Man, I feel so damn weak when you text me, you got needs, only I can satisfy. And I don't wanna be at your fingertips so weak, but I sold my heart, so guess it's on me. Be there in 3. Be there in 3. Feeling like you play me, then you pause. I was good, I was not enough. Just like like a song, like a perfect melody. Baby, don't say you don't believe in me.
All right, guys, so I'm sitting here editing the video and realized that I never showed you guys the full complete look of the cabinets and organizing them and all of that kind of stuff. So let's go over and do that. This is what it's looking like. Honestly, it's not like, I want to say that the best, but I think this is as good as it's going to get for now. I probably need to like declutter a little bit more. There are some stuff down there that I do want to get rid of. I have a giveaway coming up for you guys that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. So some of that stuff is going to go. I did use these two bins. I couldn't fit that like little deep steamer cleaner thing anywhere else, so it's just gonna sit in that bin. I also have a couple of new candles during the Bath and Body Works candle sale. And then over here, again, I think it's as good as it's really going to get. I put all the towels here because it's closer to the bathroom. And then this bin up here, I need to actually buy some more toilet paper, but that's where all of the toilet paper is going to go. All the cleaning stuff down here. And then I switched down here all of my like tools, all of that kind of stuff. And then these are just random storage bags. I might end up putting them somewhere else, but for now, this is where they are going to be. I also wanted to give you guys a quick update on the hutch. As you guys can see, it's still a little bit of a mess, but for the most part, it is finished. I ended up taking off all of the tape because when I was pulling the tape off, some of the paint pulled. So basically what I just did is I went over everything, and then I'm going to use a razor to take all of the paint off. I think I need to do just a couple more coats all the way up at the top. You can kind of see a little bit of the brown, but that is really about it. Nick ended up taking the glass pieces out so I can paint a little bit better. So I probably will go over that again, and then he will put those back. But I think for the most part, it looks really, really good. The drawers are finished. Oh, and these are the handles. How cute are those? So I have the handles. I just have to put those on. I actually have to like screw a separate hole because as you guys can see, it's like literally just a little bit off, like the slightest bit. So those, and then also the bees did ship, so those should hopefully be here by next week so I can put those on. And these doors, I still haven't really got into them just yet, so the goal is to do those tonight, at least the first coat. And again, I'm not even going to put any of the painter's tape on just because I don't feel like having the same issue that I did when I did the actual hutch. So super, super excited. Hopefully we can even go to Home Goods tomorrow and start looking for some organizational pieces just to fully complete this entire look. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed today's video and you found it motivating and inspiring to help you reset for the new year. If you enjoyed, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out and lets me know what type of videos you guys would like to see. Also, make sure to subscribe before you leave if you haven't done so already. And I'll catch you guys right back here with another video. Bye.
But every part of my body is telling me to run away from you. Come a little bit closer.